Hi everyone, in this video I'll walk you through the main indicators I use to understand the market structure and liquidity in crypto. It's based on a recording of the BitUnix community live session from early March 2026. Enjoy! So let's start with the liquidation heatmap. What this shows is basically where in the market is the pain concentrated. The market loves to move towards the pain. So these bright clusters, as you can see down here and up there, basically act a little bit like price magnets. So the price often moves towards these areas because there is a lot of liquidity to, for example, open new positions without moving the price with a single big order. So we can see that data on different time frames, right? It can be 12 hours, can also be a year. When it comes to using that information, I recommend to avoid putting your stop loss where it already glows, especially if the price currently is anywhere near those, let's call them pain points. It can rather help you identify potential pivots in the price action, at least in the short term, right? So let's say we move a little bit down towards 64K, which would be this level roughly here. The price might actually show us an effort to turn around right there. Next, we have the funding rate. So the funding rate reveals crowd positioning as well as sentiment. So are longs or long positions currently paying short positions in perpetual futures, or is it the other way around? So the neutral rate is around 0.01, and we can see right now it is, well, a little bit lower than that. So if the funding is low, it basically incentivizes people to open long positions because they'll earn the funding fees. And sometimes when funding is extremely low while price went up and consolidates for a while, single large buying orders can cause quite a crazy short squeeze and basically move the price up hundreds of dollars within a minute or so, because the market is basically crowded with shorts. That's that. Next, we have the open interest. We can see that down here. The open interest shows us the total number of open futures contracts. So if we evaluate this chart that develops, it basically tells us, is money coming into the market or is it leaving? Let's say price goes up together with the open interest, as we had on our price action just yesterday, right there. It means new long positions are entering the market. The other way around, if price goes up but the open interest was to go down, it tells us that the price movement is rather caused by short positions that are closing. We also have the CVD, it's the Cumulative Volume Delta. I also like to work with that. It provides you the net difference between aggressive market buys and sells over time. And you can, for example, compare the CVD from the spot market with the one from the futures market to get a read on, well, what is going on. So you're basically asking whether buyers or sellers are hitting the market right now and whether price manages to follow through. And this is called the Bookmap. It's, well, not exactly pretty, but it shows where large limit orders are placed. So just to provide an example, here at this time, at the level of roughly $68,000, there is 200 Bitcoin waiting to be sold. So you can think about that a little bit as well, support and resistance, right? Or confluence for that. So let's say you, well, you're looking for a long position, but you realize that, for example, here around the 70K level, there is a little bit of a, let's call it, selling wall forming, right? Then you might not want to enter anywhere into your long position when you're already close to that price level.